across the spectrum and around the globe, we bring you World Combat Sports.
World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah.
Yo, big shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game to commemorate this 1 year anniversary of one of the most historical wins in boxing. This is now July 29th, 2024. I cannot stay on here an entire long time, but I am looking forward to having some type of panel. You know what I'm saying? Because I am full. Partially inebriated. And I want to come on here and tell you all it has been an amazing time leading up to the July 29th, 2023, and to be able to remember and reflect upon the 1 year T-Mobile Massacre anniversary as we now sit 1 year removed. 1 year removed. As we head into fight week, the momentum is there. We understand and we know for a fact if you was on the winning team, if you was on the winning side, if you was the one that was rooting for the right fighter, and I can understand why those of you were rooting for Errol Spence at that time. He is absolutely nothing to play with. Very tough, tenacious. You know what I'm saying? At that time, people felt like he couldn't be beat. He was just too strong, too big, too tough. You know what I'm saying? Too ferocious. And, you know, only to be tamed by Omaha Monster, where they were saying he was too small, too fragile, too undersized, undeveloped, underperformed, didn't have the resume that we was looking forward to having a conversation in comparison to that of Errol Spence Jr. I thank everyone who showed up today. The first in the building. Shout out to Carlos Rosado on deck. What's good with it? I was about to say I ain't hear from WCS all day on the 1 year anniversary of the T-Mobile Massacre. Yeah, man. You know, my plans change. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Yeah. My plans change. I consumed, and consumed. Haynes Legacy in the building. What's good with it, Haynes? Salute to you, brother. Big shout out, man. Hope the fam is doing well. Stickin' Boys Fishing and Sports. Salute to you. Salute WCS. Happy Massacre Day, chat fam. Yes, sir. Just what he said. Happy Massacre Day. Happy Massacre Day. No doubt about it. On repeat. You know what I'm saying? On repeat. Happy Massacre Day. Juice Lee in the building. 1 MF year to the day still feels fresh. Still smell the salt from all the tears in the air. Philadelphia became a sanctuary city that night. Salute WCS at the hottest chat in the MF game. Man, that is hilarious, man. I have to read it again. One MF year to this day still feels fresh. Still feels fresh. Just have to take it all in. Because it's about to be in the rearview mirror for real. Because Crawford is about to go up here and fight for his fourth divisional title. I still smell the salt from all the tears in the air. That means a lot of you fight fans out there was dehydrated. See, the numbers, they don't want the numbers to go up for this reflection because they knew it was coming. They don't want to show no love. They busy up here trying to hate. Talking about they going for Madrimov. Madrimov. Hey, whatever you want it to be. This week is fight week. You know what I'm saying? But when y'all was getting dehydrated and the salt and the white tear lines that was on your face, we still have that as a visual for real. You know what I'm saying? We still has it as a visual. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. It's definitely a celebration. Definitely a celebration. Shout out to Christopher White in the building. What's good with it, bro? C-Dub, a.k.a. Reggie Bush. Number 24. I'm missing something. Must be something else going on. You know what I'm saying? C-Dub, a.k.a. Reggie Bush. Okay. For sure. Andrew Charles in the building. What's good with it, Andrew? How you feeling, man? Charles Miller on deck. The 1-year anniversary of the biggest filet. No, they didn't start bringing in all the shots. These aren't subliminal shots, y'all. This is an absolute reminder of the 1 year removed as we head into fight week, August 3rd. The performance results of that fight forced the same individual to go into a doctor's office and freaking get a cataract surgery. It forced him to remove himself out of the rematch because he wasn't quite sure if he wanted it. And also, furthermore, it stapled, a little bit more stitches than we initially assumed. That he had some more healing to do from that moment. He had a lot more healing to do. Only thing I have to say about it is that, in boxing, these are some of the worst combat sports fans ever. They 1 minute they with you, the other minute they're gone. You know what I'm saying? So, in hindsight, this is what we have to say. You either was with us or you was against us. It's that simple. You was either with us or against us. And those individuals that was against Team Omaha, you was the one up here crying tears, man. You know what I'm saying? You had those little salt streaks on your face because you was up there feeding your face with all that salty popcorn, sucking down those glizzies. You know what I'm saying? Had all that soda, that Pepsi and Coke, all in your system, hyped up off caffeine. You feel me? You had your moment, man. You did. And if there's anything I have to thank you for, is basically tuning in to watch the T-Mobile Massacre play out the way it did. I thank you for getting both fighters paid. They was able to get paid pretty healthy. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to you all paying for the pay-per-view and those of you that was in attendance. I truly appreciate it. I'm not going to lie to you. I truly appreciate you tuning in for one of the most historical boxing matches of this era. One of the most highly anticipated matchups. I mean, this clash could not be any more elevated than it was, man. Hyped up to the highest point. You have to understand the value. It was hyped up to the highest point. Years and years and years we talked about this fight, man. Years upon years upon years we talked about this fight. And it ended up damn near being just as easy as him stepping in MSG and defeating Amir Khan. Let me keep this moving, though. Paludas, what's good? What's good? First annual Fish Fry Victory Parade in Omaha, pull up. What? Come on, man. Salute to y'all who's in celebration with WCS on this 1 year commemoration. Come on, man. They should have already had a corn out there. I was up here calling up the local mint. You know what I'm saying? I guess they had, some people in there from Texas, and they thought I was hating. They want to catch your attitude. I said, no, all I want is for you to give me a price on how much would it cost for 500. I say 500,000 coins to commemorate the 1 year T-Mobile Massacre. No, sir, we can't do that. That's not in good taste. No. I'm from Texas. I'm a Texas resident, born and raised, and that's just not the proper reflection of us over here. I say, but you're not living in Texas right now. You're living in hate. All I want to do is have some coins made, and you're not being professional about it. Okay? You can't change the past. Just how much is the price? They wouldn't give me a price. I had to say, fuck it. Shout out to Arnold Brown in the building. One love to your brother with a $20 super chat lighting up the tree of life. WCS on this 1 year commemoration. Yes, sir. Happy anniversary. WCS salute to you and the hottest MF and chat in the game. A-side official. No negotiation needed, period. When we goddamn flip that fish over and flip it over and it come out so crispy brown. God, I'm full, man. I'm full, man. I had flounder, perch, some whiting, shrimp. Man, dude, I had some crab cakes, coleslaw. I just had too much, man. God damn, I'm trying to push through it. I'm trying to push through it like it's the 9th round in this bitch. That's what I'm trying to push through. Shout out to Arnold Brown with that donation, man. Appreciate you. One love to you, man. No doubt. Good looking out on the 1 year anniversary. Indeed. Appreciate you. Juice say Bud doing WWE promo and about to add another belt to his to the resume. And the big fish is kissing dolphins in the mouth with floaties. They are the same. Bud built different. Well, Juice Lee, to be honest, we knew Bud was built different in 23. 22. 21. We just wanted him to get that fight so he can prove it to the masses. That's all we wanted to happen. That's all. We wanted him to prove it to the masses. The masses is what wasn't convinced at the time due to the eye test. The eye test fooled them. They was fooled by the eye test, man. All along, they had cataracts just like Errol did. Errol said he had cataracts prior to stepping in there July 29, 2023. After he has said where he from, they don't make fucking excuses. And what he do? He just gave it a little bit of time, became frustrated, and then came out with an excuse. Oh, why you think I was getting, man, no. Outclassed Spence in every category, y'all. Outclassed him in every category. Where's this information coming from? Well, obviously it's coming from individuals who was actually watching the fight take place. Seriously. That's where it comes. It went from strap season to patch season. Period. Because this man had to have a freaking eye examination, supposedly, And he wanted to try to reel back in the refugees that ran for the border. They ran for the border to get the fuck away from Texas. And they say, no, I'm done. I owe too many people. They tried to damn make a run for the border, y'all. And it wasn't to get no goddamn corner salad and taco and none of that. Taco salad, none of that, bro. It was just all bad. But I agree with Andrew saying he outclassed him in every category. Not just one, every category, bro. Shout out to Mike in the building. Salute to you, brother. Hey, you on deck? Foul player on deck. Salute to you. He comes over here and says the death of aerosexuals. Ugh. The death of the aerosexual. We talked about that. We talked about how this man not only beat up Errol Spence that night, but he beat up another unified champion that was ringside. And also he disbanded and crushed an entire fan base that was in attendance. Look, in attendance and at home watching. He totally disbanded an entire fan base, which some of them was on the YTC, and they shut down their channels. That's how much of an impact that loss had on them, bro. I just had to keep it alive. I just had to keep it alive and remind them that there was a name to the face that caused Errol Spence to have a moment like that. Just what you see in the picture. It was. He had a moment, y'all. Look, have you ever thought to yourself when you see this picture on if Errol Spence actually heard anyone talking around him at this time? Derrick James seems like he's the loudest. It seems like he's theatrical. He's yelling. But Spence seems like he's not hearing any of that. I think it's a lot of things that was planned in Spence's head. And he just couldn't hear anybody, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. Those customers are still making excuses. Yeah, they even making more hating-ass excuses now. They want to root for Madrimov. I get it. It's now he's back on deck. Okay? Check this out. This is the same fighter who they say fights once a year. Okay? He fight once a year. I mean, a lot of fighters this day and time fight once a year. But now they saying that, Crawford always fight once a year. And, but I'm saying to myself, that's not even it. Your hate goes back to the July 29th last year. It's not the fact that Crawford's coming from over a year layoff, once again, and fighting a championship fight, because last year was a championship fight. He fought for Undisputed while he was the current reigning WBO welterweight champion. I get it. Shout out to Samar Warren in the building. Peace and blessings, beloved. Salute. WCS certified. Stamp the like button and support the grind. Much appreciated. Salute to you, big dog. And big shout out to everyone who pulled up for the 1 year commemoration. I attempted to get some coins made, but they was hating. They just heard T-Mobile Massacre and they say, that's not in good taste. I say, listen, use your imagination, goddammit. Do me a favor. Just go take a look at the whole fight and understand I'm not talking about actual massacre when you hear about these horror stories, which are movies, okay? Movies, but you still went and bought popcorn and sat your ass down in the movie and watched it, right? Okay, so therefore this is no different. I just want some coins. That's all. And they was hating. Carlos, I've been having fish fry all day, man. Hey, it would have been good if we all could have congregated together for a massive fish fry. For real. A massive fish fry. You know what I'm saying? I could have made it happen if I would have betted the second round flop. From Vanessa LePage. You know what I'm saying? If I could have. Haynes said after the ref called the fight, the excuses started, but we just continued to fry, bake, settle fish for a full week and been grilling aerosexuals for the last year, taking no prisoners. Rematch. Who talking about a rematch? I'm back, y'all. People been hitting me up for the 1 year anniversary. Yeah, like it's actually a thing. That's good to go. I like it. But shout out to Haynes' legacy, man. He said after the ref called the fight, the excuses started. But we just continue to fry, bake, fish for a full week, and been grilling aerosexuals for the last year, taking no prisoners. We cannot ever take no prisoners on the aerosexuals. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get in the time of day to go back and hit the recordings on how the aerosexuals just coming up with all this. You know what I'm saying? All this rhetoric. Shout out to Christopher White, man, for the $10 super chat lighting up the tree of life for WCS. I appreciate you on this 1 year commemoration of the T-Mobile Massacre. Yes, indeed. Must we go back and commemorate? You know, just shortly commemorate? Join me for the 1 year anniversary of the T-Mobile Massacre. Oh, I love that. I just love that. You know, you have the ones that really rock with it, and the other ones that's trying to, they just try to act like it was something that never happened. Like they was what's the word I'm looking for? They was in denial, y'all. But shout out to Christopher White with a $10 super chat. He said, ready for the cook WCS style. Yeah, man, I want to open up the panel and kind of get the take on Fight Week that's coming up. And if anyone really has anything to say about the 1 year anniversary, that's up to y'all. But at the end of the day, I'm like, this is a special moment in history that's going to be talked about for years to come. You know what I'm saying? The youngins that's on deck, that's in their late 20s and 30s. I mean, y'all going to be around to hear this like 20 years from now. You know what I'm saying? I can almost guarantee you 20 years from now, I will not be doing live streams. I'm not going to hold you on that. I'm not going to hold you. That $10 super chat Christopher just gave me, it's probably going to be for medicine. It's going to be for goddamn medication, dog. Can I use this art as my avatar? I love it, no Diddy. Hey, man, if you want to use that freaking thumbnail, man, go ahead and do what you got to do, man. Come on, man. It's a commemoration thumbnail, dog. To let them know. Bro. But salute to Christopher White for that $10 super chat, man. Appreciate you, dog. One love to you. He says, salute to Bud and Spence for pushing Heyman to the side and making a fight. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate both of them. And it was good, once more to hear Andre Ward and Terrence Crawford give us the exclusive. Behind the scenes, the detailed negotiation process, but we wasn't privy to. I appreciate that. Real talk. Because, when it was all going down in 2022 and they saying that Bud was ducking Spence and the fight wasn't going to happen, even I had doubt if the fight was going to happen, because I told people that the reason why the fight fell out is because they wasn't trying to pay Bud in 22 and they didn't have the budget for it. So when they sitting up here keep on screaming that he agreed to everything, right? They kept on purposely leaving out that they wanted the fight to happen in 2023 and Bud wanted to fight in 22. So he can stay active. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. That's why we at where we at. Both fighters was able to get the job done and get paid very handsomely, fair. I mean, whoever you believe got the most concessions, that's in the past now. 40 victories in, opposite of 0 defeats. That's where we at right now. If we're talking about Errol Spence, 28 victories, opposite of 1 historical defeat. His first at the hands of Terrence Bud Crawford. They say 1 has a very small value to it when you say 1. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what scenario you're basing it off of. But in this case, this 1 is very highly. I mean, come on, man. The importance of this 1 is just different. Historically different, y'all. It has nothing to do with math. It has everything to do with the moment. That's all I'm saying. It has everything to do with the moment. Carlos said, Bud beat Errol so bad he stole money from his trainer. Well, we have to say that money was already stolen. Because how can you steal something that pretty much was ongoing for the length of time? Like, let's just say we have a verbal agreement, and the verbal agreement was, okay, I'm going to pay you a certain percentage off the guarantee money, because trainers get the guarantee money. They don't get what's on the back end, okay? And then as a trainer, for that amount of time you've been my trainer, you never really was fully aware of how much money I was making. So every fight after fight after fight kept going as it is. Like they said, if it wasn't broken, they ain't had nothing to fix, right? So every fight came up, you getting paid what you was getting paid. How could Ryan Garcia come in there and raise your suspicion that Errol Spence wasn't paying you what he was supposed to pay? I mean, how did you all of a sudden, off the loss to the Bud Crawford, become aware of something else? If y'all had a verbal agreement, you know how fragile a verbal agreement is? It's like tissue paper with snot in it. It can get nasty very quickly. You blow your nose and you getting shit all over your hands. You know what I'm saying? That's a verbal agreement. That's the way you should have been affected, with a verbal agreement at one of the most pound for pound elite fighters in the sport. Y'all had a verbal agreement. And then when he takes his first loss, you want to say, oh, I got to take him to court. He lied about how much money he was getting paid. Bullshit. Damn, looking back at it, the Bud cure has victimized the Charlo fam too. Yeah. That's why I said, foul player, I said he beat up 2 unified champions in one night. That has never been done before. Do y'all understand me? That had never, ever been done before in the history. Bud beat up 2 unified champions in one night. While one, happened to be his opponent, Errol Spence, was getting a count, he was over there verbally thrashing the other unified champion who felt helpless. I mean, it's some shit that probably went through Charlo's mind. Oh man, I want to fuck that, and I want to jump over that. But no, he might whoop my ass too. God damn, the cameras are running. He had to make some decisions, bro. Jermell Charlo said, "Do I go help my friend or not? I know this is a sanctioned bout. God damn, I can't do nothing." And then Crawford's over there talking about, "You a bitch ass nigga. You a bitch ass nigga." I think he invited him to his privates, like something. I'm like, there was some disrespectful stuff, and his wife was there too. It was bad, yo. So I agree with it did bleed over into the Well, I take that back. Foul play. I don't even know if Charlo even had a fan base that wasn't Spencerholics or aerosexuals. I think he had some freaking some extras. Arrow did. He had some extras, and they was the ones that was just volunteers. They volunteered to go. Nah, let me go over here and see what Charlo doing. Only because he's in a stable with Errol Spence. Let me go over there and see what Charlo doing. Hey, Charlo, yeah, we just here. Don't ask us to do anything. We just here to see what's going on. Shit, we really fuck with Errol. We don't fuck with you. Crawford defeated 2 unified champions because after that fight, Jermell Charlo never returned to the 154-pound division. This man went up there and did the preamble for the track and field 4-corner Olympic gold medal round. He qualified and earned the gold medal while running from Canelo Alvarez. It was atrocious. Then he just let his belts just drift off, just chip away, just drop off to the wayside. I don't have a problem with, coming off the belts. People say, well, Crawford just came off the belts. But see, Crawford didn't go over and take a fight. And you ask yourself, why did he even take the fight? If he wasn't going to go in there and put up a fight, why did he even take the fight? But I'm not going to talk too much on Jermell Charlo because, they was on some cock blocking shit. He wanted to act like he was going to be a champion, recess, and then activate and all the other bullshit. No, fuck that. But good point there, foul player. Samar Warren on deck. Shout out with a $10 super chat. Lighting up the tree of life for WCS. I appreciate you. Thanks for donating to the channel. One love, brother. He says, salute WCS and the hottest chat in the MF and game. A-Side official. 1-year anniversary in 5 days. The new 154-pound 4 division, 2-time undisputed champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. Yes, sir. We look forward to the champ going in there and demonstrating. You know what I'm saying, Samar? We look, as Crawford supporters, we shouldn't have to demonstrate no more. We should understand that, hey, based off what we know him to be, off that thrashing that he gave Spence last year, I just have to shake my head, brother, and say, damn, they back at it again. So you're telling me you learned nothing within a 12-month window, right? A numerical simulation that we have been living in since birth. You're trying to tell me what you witnessed last year, 12 months, isn't enough for you to have some better common sense about yourself? You still hating? Why don't you just say, hey, man, you know what? They right, man. It was a massacre. It was. W says, I thought he was he's exaggerating. But when I added massacre to the title, it was a massacre to me because Errol Spence was the more popular fighter on the pound for pound list. He was tough as hell. He was known for his come forward, as they call it, black Mexican aggressive brawling style. And he was relentless. He didn't take a back step. No one can say that, hey man, I saw Errol fighting off the back foot and he was just applying his technical No, when you heard about Errol Spence, it was come forward motion, brawling. That's what he was known for. Pressure. Under pressure. Mm, 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 mm. I mean, that's what he was known for. Putting his opponents under pressure. He went tit for tat and fought Sean Porter style and almost lost the fight. Shout out to the OG, Mr. Golden, in the building, man. What's good with it? He said so-and-so outlet was the one making most excuses. The Bozo boxing outlet. Yeah, I mean, you know, you have the ones that's out here, you know, that was haters. You know what I'm saying? We know the ones that was running smear campaigns. We know. Real talk, we know. We absolutely are aware of that. For real. We're aware. We're aware. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to D-Ray. Live on the drive. Salute to you. He said, cooking casual fans, we have to. We have to continue to remind them that today is a special day, an important day. You know what I'm saying? This is a day that's going to be talked about forever and a day, July 29, 2023. Do you know how heavy this thought has been on the minds of those boxing fans who once considered themselves to be aerosexuals? How they had to undergo a total different identity? Like they have been scrambling around trying to find a home, y'all. They've been trying their damnedest to find a home. Not the physical dwelling. I'm talking about another fighter that they can lie on. They've been searching high and low. Where is he, man? Where is he? Please, Spence. Please. Please. Come back to boxing, please. You know what I'm saying? That's what you heard in the privacy if you was a fly sitting on the window pane. You saw them in there weeping. They'll have their freaking screen up and they'll be sitting up there. Damn, I miss Errol. I miss him so bad. Oh, it hurts so bad. It hurts. God damn, I miss him so bad. I miss him. I'm telling you, man, it's been tough. You know what I'm saying? He says, salute W says, got my drink. And I'm frying up some fish and shrimp as I type. Let's the cook commence. Shout out to all those who actually participated. Cooked up and fried some fish. My whole point, I ain't gonna lie to you, was to sit up here with the camera on and eat. But I'm telling you, I had too much, dog. I don't want to be vomiting on this mug, man. I actually have a relative that has a business, a culinary business. You know what I'm saying? They cook the shit up the best you can cook it. That shit was delicious. I mean, goddamn. And plus, I had some drink today. I partaked in some alcoholic beverage, which was, in my opinion, it would stand within the custom and courtesies of a celebration of this nature. You know what I'm saying? Yes. I just wish I could have been in person congregating with all the Crawford supporters to commemorate this day in person and have some good, solid drinking. And you know what I'm saying? You know, just like they used to do back in the day. You know what I'm saying? God celebrated. The disciples celebrated. They used to have that wine. They used to get fucked up off that wine, dog. For real. I'm not tripping. But man, enjoy that fried fish, man. Make sure you put some hot sauce on that bitch. For real. Make sure you put some hot sauce and cook it just right. Don't go out here and leave it in the grease too long now. You know what happened when that hot grease cook, fish, depending on what fish you cooking, first of all. But appreciate you pulling up. Real talk. Well, I mean, that's your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Strays are welcome over here. I didn't expect to do a 1 year commemoration without the strays pulling up. You know, I mean, if that's what you feel, cool. You know what I'm saying? If you saying Spence is a good fighter, yes, good is a lower tag than great. I consider Crawford to be a great fighter. You consider Spence to be a good fighter. It makes sense. It makes sense. I get it. It makes sense. It makes sense. A lot of those content creators were going against Bud. One thing they forgot: Bud is a businessman. No, 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 no. Shout out to Augustine, bro. Hey. Augustine. Let me make you aware of something. Back then, you couldn't tell a aerosexual that Bud was doing anything in business that was beneficial to his career, moving in the right direction. You couldn't sit up here and bring up nothing about he moving funny. He moving funny. They said this man was working on a plantation, bro. And he should leave Bob Arum. Bob Arum is stopping him from getting the biggest fight of his career. That's what they said. They said leave the plantation. You had black content creators, once again, not to repeat, but they was calling that man Top Rank Toby. And then when he left, they still had some complaints about him doing business with Al Heyman because they felt like the man should just go over there and lay himself on the mercy of the doorstep and let anybody and everybody from PBC walk over him until Al Heyman tell him to stand. Yeah, you heard you heard the shit that Jamel Charlo said. Learn how to be the challenger. Shut up. Take less money. You heard all those slavish type words. Okay. I got it. I got it. Yeah. Learn how to shut up. Take less money. Sit down, shut up, take less money, learn how to be the challenger. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about, but they didn't give Bud any freaking credit for doing good business. And look at him. He got Turkey Al Sheik having him pioneer the first fight card over here in the US of A on the West Coast, and he's the headliner, and he's about to get paid. Look, ask anybody, do they know how much Bud Crawford's getting paid this week? Because in 2022, you had so many of these cats. Oh, well, Bud, he should only get 30% because all the heavy lifting was done by Aerospace. Bud, he shouldn't get no more than 15% because he ain't fought nobody. He got hurt by Gamboa. When did Gamboa fight? We ain't talking about what division Gamboa hurt him. So being he fought Gamboa once, how did the fight end? It don't matter. He got hurt by Gamboa, man. He too light in the ass for Spence. He couldn't do anything right. If they weren't talking about Igor Kavalauskas, they was talking about Gamboa, y'all. Right or wrong? They was talking about Gamboa, shawty. They didn't give Ricky Burns no respect. So Crawford had to remind Eddie Hearns that Ricky Burns was one of his best champions. They say, man, y'all better put some respect on Ricky Burns' name. He was a 3-weight world champion. And every time Ricky Burns comes, just because he wasn't a popular fighter, they wanted to shit on him, right? But check this out. Shout out to Cooking with Sir Senior in the building. He said, do you know what today is? Fish fry, anniversary for you and me. Yes, sir. Celebration time. I wish we can play a little of the old school music without even getting freaking all that other, procedural type shit. But, you have to look at it and tell yourself, God damn. We couldn't get no love. We couldn't get no love back then. And for him to be going through what he's going through right now with Turkey Alley Sheep supporting him, times have changed, brother. Amazingly, time has changed. You know, these cats had all the answers on what, and then, you know, when he wanted to, when they was talking about he was getting net pay and wanted to see the books, they act like that's something they wouldn't have did if they was running a business. They'll go around and tell people they're an entrepreneur all day, but yet they act like they'll never look at the books. Oh, I trust my CFO. Yeah, just like the verbal agreement that Spence had with Derrick James. I trust him. I do. Come on. Oh, what did he think he was going to do? Al ain't going to let him see no books. He did right. He said, man, please. You don't rate to see no books. They was over here saying, oh, Al Hammond ain't going to do no business with him now. He blew the fight. And guess what? They got it done without Al Hammond. He still got his percentage. You know? They had Crawford locked in for 2 fights. That's what they needed. Real talk. They needed that shit. Derrick James wasn't like that as a trainer. Errol made him. Well, you know, that verbal agreement, you know, it's just like, you know, snotty tissue paper. For real. That's what it was. Seriously, that's just a raggedy type of agreement for 2 people who are on the level, and you got one of the best, you know, pound for pound fighters in your gym. One of the best in your gym, and you're working off a verbal agreement? I mean, did you not see the red flag that dude said he didn't want you as his trainer in the beginning? And y'all didn't talk for 2 years? During that 2 years, it didn't take him every month to say, you know what, I'm going to fuck this nigga over. No. I mean, that's the amount of respect that he had. He might have not got over something that happened in that 2-year span. It's a reason why he didn't talk to Derrick James. Charlo would rather fight Canelo and run from Bud. He was more scared of Bud than Canelo and thought it would. He ran from Bud to fight Canelo. That says everything. Yeah, you know how that goes with Jamel. Jamel is a no conversation right now. If he had any type of, you know what I'm saying, just common sense isn't so common. He would move up to 160 and start trying to make a name up to 160. He should not be a champion in recess. Just like Crawford is never going to come back down to 47 to activate his champion in recess. It sounds good. The only one that really benefited from champion in recess was Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? He was placed on recess for no goddamn reason, but he ended up coming out of recess for a title fight. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to him. Shout out to Blue Hustle on deck, man. What's good with it, Blue? Salute to you, man. Arrow, basic fighter. Lionheart. Arrow went out on his shield. Unlike Charlo, he ran like a track star against Canelo. He did. Yeah, Arrow really finished the fight on his feet. Now, he would have went out on his shield if Harvey Dock wouldn't have stepped in. You're right about that. Charlo did run for his freaking life. For real. That was an absolute true statement. You know what I'm saying? That's an absolute true statement right there. I'm not even gonna hold you on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna hold you on that. Errol did fight to go out on his shield, and freaking Jamel Charlo was looking for a way to exit the building. That's all. You know what I'm saying? You should have known the outfit that he came in there with. He wasn't planning on staying long. He thought with the light being set to the brightness that it was, him coming in a white sparkly robe, it was gonna give off some type of special effect to make it seem like he was a freaking sorcerer or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a sorcerer or something. Like he was gonna do some incredible shit. And what he did was just go in there and barely put any punches together. Canelo was playing the fool too. He was doing some shit that was elementary for the level of skill that he has. He was playing around too. And you know, he gave Jermell Charlo the distance. He gave him a Groupon. He gave him one knockdown with the Groupon and the final bell. Why? Because he was still unified. And WCS told y'all he wasn't going to knock him out. He was going to let him go to the final round because he was still the unified champion. That was the agreement. So he gave him a customary one knockdown like he, you know, gave Ryder. You know what I'm saying? He giving out all these, the Hami Magia customary one knockdown, you know, just to play into the end, and gave them the final tick. That was on the Groupon, for real. Shout out to Bold and Understanding. Salute. 29 July 2023 was a historic massacre for the ages. Indeed, no doubt. It's just you have individuals up here that's willing to deny what actually took place. That's all. But the ones in the chat, the hottest chat in the MF and game, they understand what it was. No matter what the conversation comes up about Crawford after he beat Madrimov this weekend, they're still going to talk about Spence fight. They still going to talk about it. That was supposed to be the fight of all fights, and it was supposed to be much more of a challenge for both. Like, it was supposed to be much more of a challenge for both, even Errol Spence. I mean, even Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford was supposed to, from the eye test and the paperwork, it was supposed to be much more of a challenge, and it wasn't. It wasn't, man. It was supposed to be one of those fights. Both fighters on the pound for pound list, 4, 5, whatever you want, place you want to put them. They were supposed to give us something, you know, that we've been waiting for the ages. You know what I'm saying? All the live streams, all the hours, the countless hours that was placed into trying to debate who was the best out of the two. And just so happened for Crawford, they looked at Crawford in many ways, you know, other than just boxing. You know, you had niggas on here talking about how he looked, how he was from Omaha, Nebraska. And Omaha don't have no professional sports, and ain't nobody thinking about them. You know, I mean, it was a lot of derogatory comments made, smear campaign ran, and it was just so funny to watch and go back and watch the reaction that they wanted to go live on this day, right? They thought that was going to be one of the most special days in boxing. Them going live for the fight party, for the Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford freaking T-Mobile extravaganza. And Crawford beat the brakes off that dude. But shout out to Bold and Understanding for the $2 super chat. Lighting up the tree of life for WCS. I appreciate you, man. Derrick James was an act. Bud humbled Derrick James. Yeah, he did. I will say that he did. He did. I mean, you know, Diddy James was absolutely on that tip that he was up here, you know, singing in the choir, talking about who his freaking Bud fought. Errol Spence was saying the same thing. At the presser, I'm not taking shots at who wasn't there, but I was there, right? And all the people that laughed when he said he was going to break him like Kunta, it was a lot of non-black people that was in attendance laughing at that joke. You know what I'm saying? It was disrespectful. Now looking back at it, Crawford probably didn't look at it as disrespectful. He'd probably say, you know what, he's selling the fight, whatever. But of all things to say, Kunta, Why? I mean, why do they feel like he was LeVar Burton? A very educated. How many Grammys did he? What, 7 Grammys or something like that? Very educated black man. He just played in a legendary movie back in the day where it kind of definitely hit home. People actually thought that LeVar Burton was a slave when he in his younger day. For real, they did. So I don't know if they was looking at the skin complexion of Terrence Crawford and said, "Oh yeah, he top ranked Toby. He a slave. He looked like one." And then Errol Spence said he's gonna break him like Kunta. The chuckles. But who would have the last laugh? We all seen it play out. Legacy say WCS is nuts. Did you just say Big Nello? I'm giving out coupons down, fam. No, I mean, hey, that's what he did. He gave out a Groupon for a complimentary 1 knockdown in the fight and for you to see the final bell. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Come on. Hey, you already know what it is. That's exactly what he did. Man, the whole week, Big Mouth. We talking about Big Mouth, who was disrespecting Jerry. Big Mouth was conforming to every command that Canelo was giving him in the presser. Face to the front. Bendejo. Puto. Face to the front. Okay. He was conforming to every Canelo freaking move, man. Seriously. I definitely want to hear what some people got to say about this weekend, because it's some people just they all of a sudden want to say, well, you know what I'm saying, Crawford's too small again. I can't believe that people are once again going to that depth to say that Crawford's moving up to 54 now and he's freaking too small again. I can't believe they're saying that Madrimov, who has 11 professional fights, is too much for Crawford. Crawford, who's been on the championship stage several freaking times, all of a sudden they're making it seem like everything that Crawford's done, he's back prior to him stepping into the ring with Errol Spence, and they're trying to halo this doubt over Crawford's head because it's Madrimov. I told y'all, when it comes to the American fans, what do? They love giving the check mark to these neighboring fighters, man. These foreign fighters. They do it so easily. Oh, hey, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Madrimov, he's going to be too tough for Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, OG. How you feeling, man?
How you doing, my brother?
I'm good. Yourself?
Yes, sir. I've been waiting on you all day. I said, God damn, boy, you getting late now.
Hey, man, I couldn't do it earlier, man. I was consuming.
Okay.
I'm even. Hey, I'm surprised I'm even on this long.
Oh, okay. Well, I, I had me some fried fishes, some smothered shrimp, some rice. Ooh, boy, they're good today.
At least she was able to celebrate within, the moment in commemoration. That was the whole point.
Heck yeah. And I got one thing I got to correct you on that you said.
All right.
He be one unified champion and undisputed champion in one night. With it,
Who you talking about?
but
I mean, look.
Charlo,
Both of them was unified champion though.
yeah, but Charlo
If you
undisputed.
undisputed, they both unified. But
Unified.
I get what you're saying though.
You get what I'm saying? You know, because
Yeah.
Charlo told Jay Hart, I'm a unified champion.
Yeah. He was the undisputed, but he
Oh
was
yeah.
in
Y'all
order
been
to be undisputed, you got to be unified.
unified, right. I know that. I'll just say, I'll pick it up. He told Jay Hart, he's the undisputed champion.
For
Mhm.
sure. Hey, what's going on, everybody else? KING, what's good? Haynes Legacy, what's good?
What's going on? Salute to y'all, man.
I'm good. What y'all up to, man? Happy 1 year anniversary of the T-Mobile Massacre on deck, July 29th.
Happy 1 year anniversary to all you brothers, man.
Happy anniversary,
Uh,
man.
Like Golden State, man, I got me this red tilapia frying up. I got me some shrimp, some potatoes. I got me a little drink here, man. I'm celebrating, man. I'm finna cut the fight on. And go down memory lane. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, I feel you, dog. Just don't, get too happy and start punching your TV and shit. You know how to, what I'm saying? Don't
Oh,
get too out of pocket.
oh, now, Bud won. I ain't finna be punching nothing. I'm
Yeah.
good.
You know how
Salute, family.
old memories can come back. You know all the hate and shit that was going
Right
on.
on, right
You know what
on.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hey,
I
shout out
heard you.
Tough Glove Boxing on the deck. What's good with the Tough Glove?
Happy Fish Fry anniversary.
Happy fish
Talk
fry,
about
brother.
tough.
You know I had to come through.
Yeah, I didn't know. Are you television now?
Yeah,
Or
you know what? That it's funny. It's funny, family. I was actually doing a new channel, but I made a mistake and changed the wrong name on the wrong channel, right? When I was
okay? Because I was
editing.
like, I don't know
And
if that's
yeah,
Tough Glove or not.
uploading video and stuff. So now I gotta wait 5 more days to get my shit back. You know what I mean?
Okay,
But salute to everybody in the chat. The hottest chat in the game was popping, people.
we
Going on.
good, bro.
That's what's up, man. It's going down this weekend. I can't wait to see my boy
Yeah,
Buck
for
Crawford put in some
sure.
work.
I want to hear y'all talk about that too. Coming off the momentum of the 1 year anniversary, man. This fight this weekend is only days removed off one of the biggest wins of his career.
Yeah.
You got me on a new hype now about fights going past 6 rounds, man. So I'm I'm have to say I got Bud 9. I seen Madrimov though, man. He's really athletic, man. He was doing like 5-foot jumps. I saw him on the Boxing Voice, and he is super athletic, man. So don't count him out. He a live dog in here.
So
Yeah.
let me ask you this right quick, for Tough Glove. So when you say Madrimov is very athletic, do you believe Bud is athletic, or you just saying Madrimov athletic because that's a new face that you seeing?
Yeah, I'm saying I haven't really seen too many fights. They only have like 2 fights on YouTube that you can see on there. So like from what I've seen, I think Bud can do the same exact things, probably more. But I'm talking about as far as like who he's fought in the past and things like that. He's athletic, agile. He looks pretty well rounded.
Okay, I mean, I didn't think. I didn't understand when you was talking about athletic, because over here in the U.S. we see a lot of athletic fighters. You feel me?
Yeah.
But when you say Madrimov is athletic, like Bud's super athletic, man.
Yeah, I mean like
Can I
physically.
chime in on that a little bit too before y'all end it?
No, we ain't ending it. You
No,
can
I
chime
mean, I
in.
want to jump in when y'all finish talking.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay, cool. I appreciate it. Listen, the one thing I want to say is this: like, I'm 100% a Bud fan. I know how athletic he is. I know he's strong from the base up, with the wrestling background and just the sports and all together. You see him playing basketball, football, doing things like that. But what I will say, in my opinion, I did some research on Israel Madrimov, and yeah, he don't have that many fights out there for you to really study. But if you look into the background, since he was a child, he was studying judo, he was in gymnastics, right? And he's been fighting also since he was a child. So a lot of the advantages that Bud Crawford has, he'll be equally matched on this one. He's actually really trained in judo, which means he understands leverage and grappling and things like that. Not to mention, he got good feet. A lot of people feel like he's going to be weak lunging into Crawford, but he actually uses that lunge in sometimes to set up the overhand with the other. The overhand with the other hand. And Andre Ward used to do that a lot too.
And that's a good point you have, Tough Glove. But just in the state of humor, humility. Rolly Romero was black belt in judoka, so I don't want that. I don't want that to break up our friendship or anything.
No, of course not.
But Rolly Romero is a black belt in judoka, and we see what happened to his destruction.
Right. Listen, I got Bud winning, man, but I'm just saying, don't be like. I would be very impressed if we got the stoppage. Like I already know Bud is that guy,
Okay.
but I would be very impressed if he was able to stop this guy, and it would also give me more confidence in him going into the Canelo fight.
I think you want
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I agree with that sentiment. I look
Man,
at
he
Madrimov,
busting
man. He's a very unorthodox fighter,
Hmm.
and so I feel like Bud gonna beat him. I got Bud stopping him around the same time, around 9 or 10.
yeah.
But looking at him fight, he's kind of hard to get clean hits on because of the way he lunges in, he drops his body. You know, when he do lunge in, he throws a lot of punches. Another thing, he wears a lot of his opponents down with his activity.
He put me in the mind of
I've never seen Bud tired.
the fight I seen him do. Looked at on him. He put me in a lot of mind of Jeff Horn with the circuit jerky movement he be doing. This and that. But like to me, it can come down to Bud timing him and using his reach. If Bud get the timing down pat, this will be over with.
From what I
Okay.
see, his biggest weakness seems to be his balance because
Right,
what happens is he has good balance, but what he does is he'll take risk. He's a risk taker too. And with that
Right,
being said,
right.
he also gets caught in positions that but will definitely capitalize on, especially after seeing what he did to Spence when Spence was getting caught off balance. So I think that's one of the weaknesses Bud really will be focusing on. But we don't know until we see the fight, you know?
I mean,
yeah,
that's
but
a
see,
solid point. That's a solid point. You know, from a lot of y'all on here. You know, saying Madrimov don't have strengths. I'm just not here to talk about it. But look, I'm not saying for y'all not to talk about it. I want y'all to talk about it. That's what the live is for. It's just, you know, when it comes to Madrimov, yeah, he has his strength. I'm like, does he have anything that I haven't seen? I have to wait to
No,
him and Bud answer the
No,
first
he doesn't.
bell. You
He
feel me?
doesn't.
he's a bigger mean machine. That's what he look like.
Facts.
Yeah, like
With better gas
he
tank.
got some skills, no doubt about it. But with
Mean
11
machine has
professional
skills too,
fights,
though.
just like Andrew said in the chat, Bud 18-0 in title fights. I'll be shocked beyond belief, like an aerosexual, if he showed me different.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I don't think he gonna lose. The Bud got too much dog in him, but I think it's gonna take him longer, especially against Earl. Earl was so basic. They had been studying Earl for years. That was easy, and Earl didn't change nothing. This dude's fighting style, I think, may take Bud a little bit longer to really hone in on him and get his timing down with him. But once he do that, I think hey, it's a boulder rolling downhill after that.
but listen, big boy, Bull Mike already got that. You know, Bull Mike don't dissect that joker every which way you want to look at it. I'll be on dissect, we clicked him over, cut him open for laid his ass, and got him down pat. And the way Bud looked,
Yeah, but look good.
that
Bud looked good weighing this 154. I seen him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He already in LA. Yeah, he looked good weighing his weight, man. You know, I'm
good.
not here to be a bud sexual as they call us. I'm
Bud
just here
But
to hear what y'all
Yeah,
have
Bud
to
Buddy.
say
Yeah.
because I'm just trying to hear something different that I ain't never seen from Madrimov. Like
Right.
I know people hyping him up, but he got 11 fights. I don't expect him to show me anything on the championship level. You know, Bud is known
And
for
that's
making
what
quick
Bud said too.
adjustments. You know what I'm
Bud
saying?
just said that in an interview. He just said what you said. He was like, the difference is he's a great fighter. He gave him all of his accolades, but he said he has 11 fights. So that shows you where his skill set is at this point in time in his career.
Yeah,
I mean,
solid.
we gotta build him up, though. I mean, we want people to
Right,
buy
right.
the fight.
No,
So
but listen, he's a good ass fighter. I think he beats a lot of people at 154, to be honest with you. But
Hey,
you
he
know,
ain't say we gotta build him up. Who
yeah.
says he
Don't
say
worry, they're gonna
on the
tear him
1 year
down anyway.
anniversary we gotta build him up? What was Errol? What is that attitude when Errol was up?
Earl's
What
kissing
nobody
dolphins
saying?
right
Oh, we
now.
gotta build Crawford up. They was dogging the shit out of Crawford, dog.
man,
Every
that's
Spence is kissing dolphins right now.
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
bro.
kissing dolphins. You know, dolphins are sexual creatures too. You know what I'm saying? So don't read too much into that. Dolphins are sexual creatures, man.
Bruh.
Well, look,
Hey,
no,
got a
y'all,
little
Arrow at
greasy.
home right now holding his eye. Yeah, at home right now holding his eye.
y'all
What'd you
gotta
say that?
remember,
Yeah, that
no
his eye
matter
bubble
how this
right now.
no matter how this fight turns out, is people right now that's picking Madrimov to beat Bud, but after
Yeah,
Bud beat him, they gonna bring up his record again.
correct. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Check the box. Yeah.
Already know that.
Let
Like
me
my,
ask y'all.
I
Let me
went
ask
to,
y'all this though. So okay. Let's erase the fact that Bud's on an 18-0 title fight streak, right? What do y'all see that's gonna be a challenge for Bud moving up to 154? Just the way y'all been doing, generalizing. What do you think is gonna be a weakness or something, a challenge for him or whatever?
Nothing.
Himself.
acclimating
I,
to the
I,
weight.
I don't see. I don't see
Himself.
no issues. Yeah, yeah.
Because I
They
don't
may
want to. I
be.
don't want it just to be about
Don't it?
WCS being a Bud fan. I just want to hear some
I
education
mean,
on it.
all I
What
can
do
say
y'all
is
What do y'all
acclimating to
think?
the weight, bro. That's it. I
The
mean,
weight?
Yeah, I
Okay,
I
the
don't
don't
think
weight.
think.
the weight even. I don't
I
even
don't
think
think it's
that.
the weight.
I
Somebody
don't
just.
think I don't think it's gonna be a problem, but maybe the first 2 rounds he might get hit a little harder than he been hit at 47.
But he said
And
he spars people bigger than him on a regular. He said
Yeah,
he
I
can't
Steve
mean,
spar
Steve
guys.
Steve Nelson is a
Yeah,
light heavy, ain't he? I
yeah,
mean,
yes. He spars Steve Nelson. He said he always spar bigger guys because guys his size they can't take.
but what we say about sparring, sparring is not under the big lights, man.
That's
That's
true.
sparring, sparring.
That's
Like,
I
true.
mean,
That's
Yeah,
true.
but that's not an issue for Bud though. As
yeah,
far as
Hey,
under the big
World
lights,
Combat.
there's not really no
he
difference
said,
about it.
no, he said what could be. I'm just trying to throw something out there because I don't think there is going to be a problem, but
Yeah.
like, I'm just throwing
well,
something
no,
out there.
I want to be fair. I
He
want to be
asking us to
fair.
find the flaw in the Black Panther.
Yeah, I want to see what would be a weakness, a challenge for Bud heading into this new
He can get
division.
caught in exchange because he
Yeah,
likes
that's it.
to.
Yeah,
Sometimes Bud
Power,
has too much
power.
heart for himself, where he'll get hit and then he wants to exchange with you. So that's where I could
Okay.
see where Bud
that's a
can
good
get
one.
caught is in
Yeah,
exchange. But
that's a good
other than
point.
that,
Yeah,
like
early in the fight, right? Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
like I could see him getting caught in an exchange, especially because he's never been at 154, so we don't know how that's gonna go. To be
All
honest
right,
with you, we can speculate, say so. If anybody get caught with a solid shot in that chin, you, you know. So I mean, Bud getting caught in the exchanges is where I could see him
When did he get caught with
getting
Ring Machine? Like the 6th round, didn't he, or something like
don't
that?
Yeah, it's
something
like the
like that.
56.
I think
four
he
round.
pretty much got caught with everybody he exchanged with.
I
You know what I
think
mean?
that
I think
that was
everybody in
four round.
exchange got a hit on him, but he's
Well, we
come
talking
back
about
and was like,
like
nah.
obvious when he got hit. He was doing he was wobbly a little bit.
Thank you, leg. Yeah, a little bit.
They ain't do that against Gamboa. Didn't Gamboa give him a little
Yeah,
bit of a
Gamboa
little
did that too. Yeah, Gamboa hit him hard
Gamboa,
too. And then he finished him,
Mean
finished him better the
Machine.
second round.
Hey,
I want to know
Combat.
I want to know how Buzz going to deal with him with the circuit jerky, and he be doing the he switch stance. You know, Maldonado he go from righty to lefty. You know, and I'm wondering how Buzz going to deal with that.
I mean, Bud himself is not a natural southpaw. He hurt his hand early in
Right.
his life. You know what I'm saying, in boxing career. So he forced himself to learn the southpaw position, so he won't have to use as much to a heel or something. You know the story.
Yo, that's
Yeah,
funny how God work in your life, man. How he'll do something and it'll benefit you in the long run.
yeah. Real
Mhm.
talk. Real
Him
talk.
breaking his hand turned him into a better a better fighter. That's crazy.
Yep. D-Ray, what's good? What's good? Did you say something? I could have sworn D-Ray.
Yes, sir. Hey, real quick, man. I wanted to know what you think about them going from or him going from 8 ounce to 10 ounce gloves, bro.
Good point. Good
Mm,
question. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? Okay. They say leave sparring. We know in sparring you wearing heavier gloves, larger gloves. Okay. So we'll have to see. Just like Carlos said, if Bud get caught early in the early exchanges in the fight, you know what I'm saying? We'll see how he wears those 10-ounce gloves if it's on his face, on his jawline. We'll see. I can't tell you, to be honest, D-Ray, but that's a good question.
Oh, that's what they're fighting in 10-9 gloves.
Mhm.
It changes from the 47 to 54.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you got bigger
They're
gloves
getting
and
hard.
sparring, of course, with headgear and stuff on, but nah, this is fight night.
Yeah, I never even thought about that, guys.
Yeah, that's a good question. What y'all think about the 10-ounce glove? Him getting caught in exchanges, definitely 10 ounces. He may show the effects of. It's according to the power Madrimov got. You know what I'm saying? How clean he hit Bud.
But how has
Power.
Bud gained power though? Is the question. Bud gained power then who? That's
I
gonna be
think
nice.
I think Bud Power will carry up to 154. Like around 160, I might be like, he might still have to fighting off the back foot. But 154, I think he should be fine because he was demolishing people at 147.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Like
mean he's
everywhere
on a
he
knockout. Yeah, I agree. You
He
know,
didn't. He never
should be
had a
able to
hard
carry
fight
that shit up.
at 147. He didn't have one hard fight.
Well, Bud got what, 5.5 or 6 inch reach around it?
Yeah,
That's gonna be the key too.
That's
That
gonna be the
jab.
key. That jab.
that stab jab is gonna be deadly.
Well, let me ask you this. You know, with Madrimov's, entire amateur, body of work that they, decorated amateur career and the program they got over there. Do you believe that with his experience that it would be enough to even combat the boxing IQ? We talked about Bomac coming up with the plan. Golden was talking about it. Do you even think, with all his freaking athleticism, will it even be enough to basically combat the freaking boxing IQ coming out of that corner from Bomac and Crawford?
Hell no. Hell no. It's a whole different scoring system, everything, bro. Like, no.
That's another thing that's huge, man. Like I don't see Madrimov having enough boxing IQ to outthink Bud in there. I mean, that's why I'm listening to y'all. I'm trying to see, like D-Ray said, 10-ounce gloves. Yeah. Carlos talking about exchanges, getting caught in exchanges. All that shit's gonna matter.
Yeah, don't underestimate his IQ. He set traps.
Yeah. And
He good
another
at
thing
setting
I've seen in his fight, he get hit a lot. The fights I saw, he get hit a lot. He's very hittable. Madrimov is very hittable. I can think of the black dude he was fighting. He would take him over a man or taking it. He couldn't even he knocked a man down 2 or 3 times and couldn't even finish him off. And basically everybody he fought have stood directly in front of him. Nobody had really had no foot movement and none of this
Yeah,
stood
lateral movement like Bud. Yeah.
right. They didn't have none of that. I've been
Okay,
taking this
good
fight
point.
up.
That's a solid point.
Wait,
Movement.
who doesn't have
Boxing off the
movement?
back foot.
The guys that Madrimov fought.
Oh yeah. True.
Yeah,
Well,
them guys
I
stood right
seen
there in
one.
front of him.
Yeah, they
I
couldn't get away
seen
from
one black dude. I don't remember his name, but he had dreads. Early in the
Yeah.
fight, he had movement. Now he ended up going to full 12,
Yeah, that's
but
the same thing I was talking about. Well, he
yeah,
want to knock a
early
dude down
on,
a couple times. Well,
yeah,
but
he
early
had some
on,
movement early on,
and
that
he was giving him problem. Yeah, he was giving him problem with the movement.
he was in like Madrimov had kind of looked like he ran out of gas like around the 7th round. So that's what I wanted to ask, because I heard him fighting in the amateurs that they didn't go past 6 rounds in the amateurs. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, see
You,
that.
you,
I think
you know the
they can
amateur have certain amount of minutes per round
I
and
think
certain
too
amount
much.
of rounds they go, especially on the
What?
male side. Yeah.
What? It's 2 minutes around an amateur.
Yeah, 2
Yeah,
minutes.
2 minutes around, bro.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
He
think
beat
Bud can
somebody,
try to
or
get
he
him out
beat
there
somebody
early.
in Bomac camp in the amateurs already. They familiar with him.
Mhm.
Yeah, they
Okay.
I
familiar
think
with him.
Bud gonna try to get him out there early, man. I think his
Nah,
game plan is to
I
get him
think
out
Bud
early.
gonna drag him to the deep end and see if he can swim. That's what I think Bud
No,
gonna
I
do.
see it. I see it. Like I'm not disagreeing with you, but what I'm saying is to make sure the other guys in the division really pay attention. Because when guys come from smaller weights, no matter what they're looking at them like, all right, let's see what this guy can do. I'm still not impressed by him. If Bud gets him out there early, I'm telling you, these guys are really gonna be scared.
No, they're
Don't let
not.
Bud get him out there early. I'm
If
telling you.
Bud get him out there too early, they're gonna say Madrimov only had 11 fight, 10, 11 fight. He wasn't ready.
They're
You
gonna
know,
they're
that's what
gonna
they're
hate
gonna
on Bud regardless, because
yeah.
Bud
WCS
was
said
on
it earlier.
smack.
Because even if
Hey,
he
one mic.
wins, and takes him out late, they're still gonna hate on his resume. So it don't matter. It's still gonna they're still gonna hate on him regardless. If he
Well,
takes him 12 rounds and knock him out, if he takes him 5 rounds and knock him out,
I
the
just don't
haters are
want
still
Bud
gonna
to
hate,
go in
but it
there.
ain't gonna stop him from being 3-time. At the end of the day, it
I
ain't
just
gonna
don't
stop him from
want
being 3-time.
I don't want Bud going in too overconfident, which I never seen him go in a fight overconfident. But I just want to go in there and just pace yourself. You at a higher weight. Like a sparring is totally different, and just to take your time with the fellow, man, and just do your thing.
I think he's too humble for that.
Hey,
I
OG,
think he's too humble.
this ain't freaking boxing daycare, man. You getting a little moist over here. Tell me,
I
I just want him to,
I'm saying,
I just want him to
I want him to be
chaperone him to the first
I
half
want,
of the
I
fight,
want him to
and
be
I don't
careful.
want him to really throw no hard punches or anything. I want him
No,
to just give.
Hey,
not so hard
WCS, you
punches.
hear him?
But I just
You hear
don't
his
want to
voice
get caught
cracking
with
a
something.
bit?
Listen, I just don't want to get caught with something
Voice
he
is
don't see
cracking a little
coming
bit.
for the bullshit.
Yeah, his voice was crackling and shit. I'm like, what
They
is this
said,
about,
God,
man?
there you go with
I
that
don't know
bullshit.
if I want to
This
sound
is
like Terrence
fight
Howard
week.
a bit in voice. He was kind of sound
For
like Terrence
real.
Howard a bit.
Yo, I ain't gonna
I
say nothing.
want to see. I want to see Bud
I'm
face
just
some
saying.
adversity, bro. I want to
I
see him
just
face
want,
some
but
adversity.
come on, OG, come on, man.
But you know what? But I would like to see Bud if Bud can really get stunned and get knocked down, how he will handle that. What kind of recuperative power get he really get hurt and get
So you can't just say, okay, I got you. I understand. You just want to see Bud in some adversity at this weight to see how he handle it.
Nah, I don't want to see that. I
No,
don't want to
that's
see him
I'm
in
talking
no
about.
adversity.
I'm talking about Golden. Golden said he want to see him, get knocked down.
I
Have
want
a
to see
rocky
adversity,
moment.
not down.
All
I
that.
want to see him get knocked down because I bet $300 of food stamps on him on Madrimov.
Oh, this
Hey,
nigga crazy.
hey, what's up, Golden? Understanding, man. What's good, bro?
That EBT card.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
OG Golden
What's going on,
and
fellas?
Carlos with everybody in the building.
What's going on?
Hey,
Salute to the fam.
hey,
What's up,
Golden.
baby?
Understanding. What's good? What's good?
Hey, what's up, man?
Can you
Yeah,
turn up your volume just a little bit? I think your mic, something like that.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a big time Bud fan and whatnot, but I gotta balance this out, man. I'm hearing too much one sided for Bud, man. So I gotta do some pushback.
Okay.
So look, Bud could get old overnight, basically. That's one thing. You gotta remember he's going on 37 years old. He could get old overnight. He's fighting a young, hungry dude trying to make a name for himself, who comes from an area where he's more humble, come from humble beginnings. So that could be something right there. Number two, he could possibly be overlooking this guy in a Route 4 Canelo fight. And the only reason why I say he could possibly be overlooking this guy because his one of his guys beat Madrimov in the amateurs.
Nah, Madrimov beat his guy.
No. Troy Isley beat Madrimov in the amateurs.
Oh, word?
Yeah. So he could possibly be overlooking that. Um, Number three, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, it can show some vulnerabilities, moving up in weight, right? Gotta see how he adjusts to the weight at 154 and everything else. Um, Number four, let's just say if Bud get him out of there early, that might not be a good look because he still got to get rounds in after coming off a year layoff. So he needs to get some rounds in. Um, Number five, I think if he shows some vulnerabilities, that's going to get a lot of people all of a sudden want to fight him now because as long as he's looking the way he's looking.
Go ahead. Bolden, understanding with the vulnerabilities. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead with the vulnerabilities, dog.
Hey, I gotta push back because it just sounds too one-sided of an argument.
Hey, what did you hear me say earlier? I don't think you heard me say. I say I'm all for Bud Crawford, but I want to hear what they have to say on the panel. Outside of Bud having challenges and stuff like that. You saying what a lot of other people said on the panel. They talked about him moving up. They talked about him possibly getting caught in exchanges. Madrimov having a decorated amateur career. Him being athletic. You know what I'm saying? Very athletic. Judoka tactician and also gymnastics. It was some people up here that the King. He mentioned some areas that Madrimov may be able to excel in against Bud. Yeah.
And my thing is I don't think Bud should get on the ropes because that's what Madrimov kind of wants you at on the rope so he could attack. I think if Bud keep it in the center,
Yeah.
he'll have an easier time. But if he leans on the ropes trying to set traps, Madrimov gonna throw some overhands and try to, set you up because he is explosive once somebody's back is on the ropes. But like I said, I think Bud is gonna win. My biggest concern really is the age. Is how is he gonna, how is he gonna adjust being at 36 going on 37 years old? That's just my main concern for this fight.
He a gym rat, bro. Like, I mean, Bernard Hopkins is a perfect example of Father Time slowing down for a boxer. So I don't know, man.
I would even add to that and say that Bernard Hopkins took a lot more damage than Terence Crawford took on top of, living a boxer's lifestyle. Terence Crawford really hasn't taken that much damage. But I thought of another thing that might give Terence Crawford some trouble from earlier when we was talking about World Combat Sports, right? I have never seen in any fight that I've seen Madrimov in, right? Anybody able to literally push him back.
Okay.
They've tried. They cannot push him back. I've looked in every fight that I've been able to find on YouTube and some of his amateurs. And shout out to the dude that was here. What was Bolden Understanding? Shout out to you because I was able to find that Troy Isley fight. It's actually on YouTube. It looked like it was a good fight too. And even Troy Isley couldn't push him back really. You know what I mean? So I think that might be an issue because Bud is used to being a stronger guy in the ring. And I don't think Bud is going to be able to push this guy off.
But really, Bud don't use his strength with a whole bunch of pushing and shoving. If anything, if he get his back to the ropes, he'll turn his dude in a grapple to where now his back is facing the center of the ring. That's usually how Bud uses strength.
But like the bully, like the fight, he like to demonstrate his strength. I've seen him like push fighters back and just almost lift him off the ground just to show him, look, you ain't really doing nothing. He'll do that,
Yeah, but that's minimal is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like most of the part, he ain't finna do a whole bunch of shoving and all that. He usually conserves his energy when it comes to that.
Hey, let me let the MACKMOBB on deck.
Big
the Mac Mob in the building. What's good with it,
Salute.
B-Mac?
My man WCS from World Combat Sport. Can y'all hear me, man?
Yo,
Is my mic all right?
Loud and crispy.
Crispy. That's what's up, man. Hey, shout out to Market Man and YouTube, man. Y'all make sure y'all show my brother some love, man. World Combat Sports. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. Hey, who we got up in here, man? Is it Tough Glove?
Yes, sir. Salute to you, King.
King on deck. D-Ray Live.
King.
Bolden Understanding.
D-Ray, Bo, what's going on, family, man? How y'all doing, man? I'm just sitting back here listening to the Cook session, man. Y'all doing a magnificent job and an excellent panel, man. Doing all the back and forth, man, of this upcoming fight on this glorious day of 365 days ago that we marked this excellent performance by Terence Crawford.
Absolutely.
I'm just here to enjoy the festivities of the fish fry when Earl got his ass whooped. And it's just a magnificent day, man. I don't have too much to say. I pretty much said it in all, previous videos, man. Look, this is a good day to hug each other, right? You know what I mean? Because, we're celebrating the fish fry. So most I got to say is that the ref will be hugging Madrimov at about round 10 as he waved the fight off, as Terence Crawford just beats his ass for the previous 9 rounds, and that's going to be it, man. I mean, Madrimov's a good fighter. He can switch shit. He got strength, all that. But at the end of the day, speed, timing, IQ, it's just not going to be enough for Madrimov to overdo when it comes to Terence Crawford. And like I said, round 10, the ref will hug him. It'll be a new champion. And it'll be Terence Crawford, man. we could talk all day about age and that's one thing. You can't age. I think Bo said that. You can't age overnight. And Father Time is undefeated. But that's a big hope, man. That's a big hope right now, man. You talk about somebody who's really in his prime. And he's not showing any kind of uh, uh, weaknesses or anything where he's slowing down and things of that nature. And when you talk about pure boxing in this game right here, Madrimov's strength is not going to do it. His defense is not going to do it. He doesn't have enough offense to do it against Bud's defense. I don't see the matchup where he wins this fight. Is his offense better than Bud's defense? Do you think his switching and IQ is going to be superior than Terrence Bud's Crawford's? Do you think his speed is going to play a difference? No, because actually, Bud's speed. And then when you talk about the lunging, what's going to happen when you start getting the counter punches in the timing that Bud has? Tell me where he wins at. I mean, just be honest. You tell me where the extinct advantages of Madrimov is going to have against Bud. Not that, where he switch it, or where he's strong, or, he's had this many fights. Give me the advantages that he's going to have against Terrence Crawford. I don't see them. He's a good fighter.
Respond to that?
I just don't see it.
Bo said he was going against the grain. So do you have a response to B-Mac on what he said?
Not, I was just trying to make it,
I do.
Balance it. I was just trying to balance it out,
We'll balance it out.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I don't believe Madrimov is going to win this fight personally, but if he does, I'm not going to be shocked either, man. I think he's a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
I think,
man.
I don't think too many people. I don't think too many people saying Madrimov is shot. He's still like what, 29, something like that.
Oh no, he's not shot at all.
I don't think
I just gotta
people
ask
saying
y'all
he's-
one question, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did y'all pour out any? Did y'all pour out any liquor for that massacre tonight?
No,
Oh, absolutely. It's
I
been
didn't.
like that. It's been
I
like
poured
that
it in
for the
my
whole day.
glass.
I didn't exactly. I didn't waste one drop. I didn't waste one drop.
Right into a glass.
If I can give Magmov one advantage that I think Madrimov is gonna have on Bud, and I said this a little bit earlier, I think his work rate. His trainer, I watched the interview of his trainer, and he brought up a couple of times Bud's age and him going deep in the rounds. And I think that the work rate of Madrimov, if he's in Bud's face constantly throwing punches, that could tick up the pace of the bout higher than Bud probably really wants to fight. Well, that's an advantage that I think he may have over Bud.
Okay. That's a good point. I mean, when it comes to the dramatics on how the fight is playing out or how people will like the fight to play out.
He got a damn good trainer in his corner too. That's gonna be an interesting matchup with his trainer and Bobak, because his trainer used to train. I'm sorry, Mac. Give me one second. His trainer used to train Timothy Bradley. His trainer used to train Timothy Bradley, if I'm not mistaken. So he knows Crawford from early in the day.
He trained Benavidez. The young Benavidez that Bud beat. Yeah.
Okay. So he trained Jose Benavidez too. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. We saw how that turned out.
That's one of my favorite. Well, they're gonna say it went to the 12th round, though.
That's right. That's the point that he made in that interview. That's the point he made in that interview, that he trained Benavidez, and Benavidez took Bud 12 rounds. He trained somebody else. I can't remember off the top of my head from that interview, but he mentioned a couple fighters that he trained that faced Bud.
Dimitri Bivol. No, that faced Bud. Never mind.
Yeah,
but I thought he also trained Dimitri Bivol for the Canelo fight.
He is one of the coaches for Dimitri Bivol, but he's not the main coach.
Oh, okay. I know for sure they said Madrimov gave Bivol some work. and sparring, and it's just sparring. But I mean, to give Bivol some work and be smaller, that's impressive. I still don't see him getting that from Bud. You know why? He can't beat Bud, and this is why. As soon as let's just give it to him and say it gets tricky in there, it gets sticky in there. Bud got too many tools. If it get like that, he could just Victor Postal his ass the whole fight. If it's really down to that. If he's sitting that hard and cracking like that and put in that position, Bud just gonna fight off the back foot and do the Victor Postal and beat him on points. But I don't see that happening. I think Bud wants to stop this guy to make sure Turkey Al-Sheikh, know what he's getting.
You ain't lying. That's a good point,
they
man.
said his fight ain't selling though. That's what I'm hearing.
No, that's like a default, ain't it? Every big fight, it ain't selling. I mean, look, do we really have to go off the don't sell with his Turkey Al-Sheikh? They're not really looking at the budget like PBC, Top Rank, Golden Boy, and all that. They're not.
They get that money back in the day from gas money and oil. They
that's
good.
gas money, cigarette money to them over there. They on a whole nother level, bro.
It's crazy. They fly their Lamborghinis to other countries. They have their Lamborghinis shipped to other countries.
Come on, bro. Do we even know?
Hey, can I rebut something? I don't know who had basically rebutted me because I ain't even got my glasses on, man. So please excuse me, but I just wanted to go back and
bold and understanding.
No, I don't think it was bold. I think it was somebody else.
Either King or bold and understanding.
Yeah,
might have been King. I think it might have been King. It might have been King. With the work rate. Do you think that Madrimov got a more I guess better work rate than Sean Porter? Because the difference is because one thing Bud does is that he makes you adjust to his style more than you adjusting to than you making him adjust to your style. So when it comes to work rate, he had Sean Porter slow down.
Right, that's true.
And he's more efficient with his work rate. Just because you're working fast, Bud does not work fast because you work fast. He works efficient because he makes you fight his fight instead of him fighting your fight. And I think that's part where the IQ comes in. You're working fast, but you're also creating openings for Bud to find his time and find his length, his reach, his area which he wants to start to counter your work. You know what I mean? Just like when Bobak said, hey, when he was fighting Earl Spence, he said, look, make sure you stay in the pocket so you can make sure you can find your reach. So when you counter, so when he stayed in the pocket, we all know what happened last year. So I was just saying, the thing about it is, and then he took Sean Porter out right when he wanted to. You know what I mean? Because it was like, all right, the fight is over. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, B-Man, I gotta give you the Earl sexual excuse, man. Sean Porter ain't trained hard for that fight, man.
Nah, he was at war with his daddy. He was at war with his daddy.
Nah, on the real, I was having a conversation with one of my partners, and they compared him to Sean Porter, and I thought that was a good comparison. But he's bigger, longer reach, that type of thing. Sean Porter went into that fight knowing if he had a chance of beating Bud, he was gonna have to outthink Bud. He couldn't just go in there, with that pressure style that he usually used. He went in there trying to outthink Bud, and he said that in the interview that he could never make Bud feel uncomfortable. So he was really trying to outthink Bud. That's why he got mad when he got knocked down. Madrimov is a bigger guy than Sean Porter, but with that same type of pressure rate, probably a touch higher. And he's a bigger puncher than Porter. So I understand that, and that's why I said I think once Bud get his timing down, because he's so unorthodox, I think it's gonna be a boulder rolling downhill. But when you ask if there's anything that he any advantage that he has over Bud, I believe, is work rate. Because, like I said earlier, the fights that I've seen from Madrimov, the dudes that went deep into the rounds, they were completely exhausted at the end of those fights because of the work rate. They constantly have to fight him off of them. You know what I'm saying? In order for them not get knocked out by the dude.
They don't know how to slow it down. Bug on how that boy had flying in the turnbuckles when he do that spin move. You know how when they be trying to lunge at him and he do that pivot to the side and they go flying into the it's gonna be one of them type of
it's somewhere like what they used to brag about Lomachenko about. You know what I'm saying? Like how he used to step under, you know, switch up an angle, step out to the side, you know, land the left hand and then switch up again, go to the opposite side.
Yeah.
I mean, but we at 154. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that looked good on flat-footed fighters. It looked good on flat-footed fighters.
Yeah. One thing I just said, didn't see Madrimov go up against in all the fights that I've watched him. He didn't go up against nobody that had no kind of hand speed like Bud Crawford, man. I'm just sorry.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
The dudes that nobody's throwing shit like he's gonna be. They's gonna be coming back at him like real fast, and I don't think I don't think he's ready for that part. I think that's one of the biggest things that's gonna happen in this fight. The counterpunching.
He ain't used to the bright lights either. Madrimov ain't used to the bright lights.
That's true too. Definitely true.
I mean, I think we all want the fight to be competitive. You know, that's why I was saying, hey, you know, give your perspective from both sides. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't see Madrimov having the championship experience. I don't see too many fighters matching up with Bud Crawford's boxing IQ. Yeah, we can talk about physical aspects all day, but when it comes to the boxing IQ and making adjustments, when Bud make adjustments, he don't wait till the 6th or 7th round after he done got beat up and looking like Joe Joyce to come back around and make an adjustment. You know, he makes them early. He expedited, and you see the execution. So, you know, that's where I'm at with it. I want it to be a good fight, real talk. You know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be that.
No, it's gonna be a good fight. Like I done said, you know, I'm a big Bud fan and supporter, but I don't see him just running through Madrimov. I don't think that this fight is gonna be a 3rd round, 4th round knockout or TKO. That's why I say I think he's gonna drag him to the deep water and see if he can swim. He gonna take him to the later rounds and see if he can hold up that work rate with them counter punches and them body punches coming back at him.
And I'm gonna go out. I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't think he goes a further distance than Spence.
Okay.
I just don't see it because, you know, Terrence is on a hierarchy right now. He has Turk Ellis Sheik trying to set him up a fight with Canelo. I know people don't want to talk about Canelo as disrespectful when he has Madrimov. I get it, but he has to prove something. So him dragging him into deep waters, I don't know if he really needs the rounds. I don't know if he really needs to drag him into deep water. I think he just need to go in there and treat him like Amir Khan, you know, treat him like freaking Jeff Horn, treat him like freaking Sean Porter, Kell Brook. Just do what he do.
I'm with you too, Dub, but it would be nice to go around like 9 or 10, man.
Nice for what reason though? For what reason though? When you say nice to go, are you like saying nice because you don't have nothing else going on this Saturday? Or I'm just trying to say, what's the purpose?
It's really two ways, man. Yeah, that's true too about nice that I want to always see Bud fight. That's true, but that's not the reason I was really speaking of because, to me,
I'm just asking like. You plan on doing a panel that night and you didn't want to be on till 3 o'clock in the morning? Or what? I'm just trying to see, man.
I'm just saying, If he go ahead and get him out on a three round knockout, right? You have more people just discrediting him more than him doing that Earl Spence fight and getting him out in 9 to 10.
I'm just
That's
saying
all.
we got Turkey Alla Sheik back in the fight now, right? So
Yeah,
when
no
y'all
question.
say when y'all say you know we don't want to see him, they're gonna say he had too less of experience. You gotta understand he's a champion. He's a champion, and
I'm
Bud's
talking.
gonna be unifying the division, right? And
I'm
also
talking.
he's
Go
gonna
ahead,
get a
Roy.
fight. Look, he's gonna get a fight after the Madrimov fight, regardless. If it's freaking for the IBF title, or is it gonna be Spence, or is it gonna be Canelo? If that happened, he's gonna get a fight regardless, because Turkey Al Sheikh is funding his path right now.
Well, you were speaking of Canelo, so that's what I was speaking on. Because I thought you
Okay,
was talking about Canelo's fight. 'Cause that's
okay,
the reason I was saying that. Because Canelo, he goes one way and then he goes another sometimes.
correct. Yeah,
That's
I'm
what I
not
was
betting
speaking on
on
the Canelo
Canelo.
fight.
Yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
because we was talking about Canelo, so I was assuming that. Yeah. In your case, what you saying, it don't matter. You can get him out one.
Yeah, he gonna get a fight regardless, and people gonna
Oh,
want to see Crawford fight. Like
oh
all that
yeah,
Crawford, oh he
yeah,
need to
yeah,
do this and that. It's over. Turkey
yeah.
Al Sheik is funding it, so people don't care. Hey, what's up, Joe? And Bud gonna stop Canelo. What's good?
What's up, man?
Yep.
What up,
Happy
y'all?
Fish
What
Fry
up,
Day,
y'all?
man. My
Yeah,
Yeah,
talk
bad.
your
happy fish
talk,
fry.
man. It's an open panel, man.
Yeah, I was cooking.
Okay.
What's
I
going
was
on,
cooking on
fam?
the grill earlier.
What up, y'all?
What's up, bro?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Salute, family.
Yeah,
Salute.
it's a lot of people. Niggas just be really hating on Bud out here, man. I be seeing that, man. It's crazy.
You
It's
know
just,
it. You know it's gonna happen, bro. It's they coming out of hibernation, bro. What you expect?
yeah. I don't even understand. Like people be saying nonsense.
What you mean?
Man,
Hello?
what? He might have muted himself.
Bird.
I'll pick it up until you come back, though.
Yeah, go ahead, man. It's
Good.
open panel anyway, man.
Oh, he back. I
My
think he
bad.
back.
I thought y'all didn't hear me. Some dude talking about crawfish. You know, when people call him crawfish, you know they're a hater. Talking about crawfish running his mouth on Canelo, but avoiding David Benavidez at 168. Like, what kind of shit is that, bro? Like, first
Yeah,
of
I heard
all, Canelo and David Benavidez, they just disregard that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't even gotta explain the nonsense in that statement, bro. But it's so much of that crap going around right now, bro.
Yeah.
You got channels that's out there right now still making videos about snack. Literally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that too.
that's
Yep.
true. That's true.
Dog, are you serious? They still doing it?
That's
Bro,
true.
it's not, yeah.
They talking about Snack gonna be able to have him beat Canelo. You know, just exclusive. They ready. They got him loaded, lined up.
That's why
Yeah,
we have
that's
the
a fact.
voluntary anti-doping agency that's doing their job. So say what you like. Shout out to Jessica Queen on deck. I see you.
What's up, Jessica?
That's not up to us to try to figure out what supplements,
Jessica.
that Victor Conte is putting out there to the boxers. Boxing allow him to operate. Boxing, not us. Boxing.
Our good sister
It's
Majestica
amazing,
gonna be
man.
57 years old
It's
tomorrow.
amazing. It's just amazing
Okay.
how one fight happened last year. It
I'm just
changed.
joking. She ain't gonna be 57.
Yeah, it made the whole world shift.
Yeah,
Also,
it changed the
it
boxing.
it shifted everything.
Yep, it
And
changed the
and
landscape of boxing for real.
and Spence
The
ain't
Jessica, the
healed from
mom
that.
queen.
He still ain't healed from that fight, man. He's
Yeah.
not.
Nope.
Hey, man, you get in there with
He
Bud,
keeps
Bud
stretching
changed
the
your whole
time
life.
out.
Who you saying haven't healed?
Spence.
Spence,
Oh yeah.
he's still off.
But
He's
his
still
fans
off.
haven't healed either.
Nope.
Right.
Hell
So
no.
that's why they room for Madrimov, because they need a placebo. They need something to get them back. So if Madrimov can get it done, they'll be a little bit partially happy to get some redemption. That's all.
That's fine.
They actually
Y'all oh my bad.
no, you good,
Y'all hear
Joe.
me? Okay. I was just gonna say that you know how other content creators they starting to talk about Bud now. I'm like, y'all was bashing him the whole 5 years, but now if a story come up about Bud, y'all want to talk about him now. I'm like, nah, leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
Right. Even fans, niggas who was rooting for Spence, hating on Bud for years. Now y'all want to say what y'all think Bud should do or who he should fight. Like, nigga, y'all don't got no opinion on Bud, nigga. You a hater. Don't worry about Bud, nigga.
Well, see, Bud name and they titles drive traffic.
Yeah.
You know what
Yes,
I'm saying?
sir.
So they gonna get the Earl Spence fans and they gonna get Bud fans, and so they use his name. You know, they clout chasing. You know, by measure. 'Cause otherwise, why you got his name in your titles all the time? They don't even talk about Earl Spence no more.
Right.
No, no. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And that's the thing. You couldn't say nothing good about him. Well, no, you could say something good about him. They didn't want to say nothing good about him. You couldn't say nothing bad about him. So now's the only opportunity where you could have something to say bad, you know, and like you said, who said that? D-Way? Who just made that comment? You had to have him in the titles because I ain't got
Yeah,
my glasses
that's
on, man.
King.
That
King.
was King? Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent point, Kings. Hey, they need something to drive that money, man. So, you know, when Crawford is up in there, he help drive that money, man. So they're going to go
Yeah.
right back to it and say, oh, Crawford did this or Crawford did that. And all those Spence fans has been waiting for like 365 days to say something. You know what I'm saying?
Like I ain't gonna lie too, cause a lot of times I click on it just to hit them hating, just to laugh, like how crazy they are. But I still look at it, you know what I'm saying, just to see what they talking about, like just how much they be tripping.
I do
Yeah,
for a
it's funny.
short time. I don't want to
It's
give
Yeah,
them
funny
too
to
much of my view.
you can't hear
it's
it too
funny to
long.
hear the it's funny to go back and hear the build up.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
got,
man. What you talking about?
Yeah, it's funny.
and then
Nah, bro.
this is
I've
off
been
subject, but Madrimov trainer, like
That's some bad crap.
yeah, he got, of course he gonna have his fighter back, you know what I'm saying? But talking about he faced all types of different styles and blah blah blah. But like in reality, like he never faced all them styles in one fighter, you know what I'm saying? So he don't really know what the
You
ends
talking
look
about
like.
Joe Diaz, man?
What you say?
You talking about Joe Diaz, right?
the trainer, yeah.
Yeah, his
Man,
trainer.
Joe Diaz know everything about Crawford, dog. He
Yeah.
know everything about Crawford. Don't let it don't get it fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He knows everything about it, dog. So at the end of the day, he know what he up against.
Mm-hmm.
He done lost to Crawford before his damn self. He already know
Yep.
that he knows. So all that, you know, he pump faking, man. And happy birthday, LaJessica. I didn't know you was about to turn 36.
Oh,
Happy
happy
Yeah,
birthday,
birthday.
Jessica.
happy
What's up,
blessed
man?
day, born day to you, that queen.
Yes, indeed, Queen.
She gonna be at the
Lord have
gunfight
mercy.
acting crazy.
You
I,
know what I'm
I hope
saying?
your husband ready. You
I'll be
know, poor
watching.
guy.
I'll be watching for non
I have
fight
to
party.
have to say that, Jessica, on topic, stand on topic. You know, they mentioning how old Crawford is. He's 37 years old. You 36. So
Oh,
all I'm
that's a
saying is
Quarter
sign.
time
saying
to quarter. Quarter
That's
time to
you
quarter.
getting up there, Queen. I mean, for real. You getting up there.
you
You
probably
getting
the
up
baby
there.
in here.
Look, Jessica, when you said you go back and watch for non-fight party, I do that too. Him, Boxing Eagle, even Blue Bloods. When you watch his fight party, he act like his internet went out like in the
Yeah,
seventh
for real,
round. All
right?
of a sudden, he cut off.
Are you serious, though?
Yeah, he disappeared, bro. It just cut off like in the seventh round.
You would think they freeze, they screen froze up, dog.
Yeah, bro. I
I
was
wish
like,
I could find that one. I didn't found about 4 of them that I ain't never
So in
seen
the
before.
seventh round, it froze up right where Earl got dropped twice in that round, dog.
it seriously went off. He lost the match.
I'm not gonna lie. I recorded the fight and I would rewatch the fight and line it up with the commentary of the channels that was talking shit, that was throwing fight parties. It was hilarious, and I
Oh
did
yeah, it's
Oh,
hilarious.
Well,
Fanon
you
was
can
by the
just
third round, fourth round. Fanon was crickets. he wasn't even calling a fight no more.
Oh, that's
I
You
mean,
know
tough
what
I
I
love
mean?
mean,
right
hey,
there,
the
bro.
first knockdown he said was a slip there, tough glove.
Yeah, yeah. And he
He
gave
was
Earl.
capping.
He gave
He
Earl the
capping
third
early.
round. He gave
Yeah.
Earl the third round.
And then look, even when you watching the fight, because you know, just you don't really even have to see it. You could just watch them commentate and know what's going on because we know the fight. But even reading the comments, like in the 5th round, like all the excuses start coming. They need to check his gloves. Oh, this
Mm-hmm.
ain't Spence. He looked high. Blah. They were saying
Wait,
all
bro,
type of
yeah.
stuff, bro. It started right in the comment section.
In the beginning, they was like, "Let's go, big fish."
Bro,
Yeah,
the
that's
funny
because he's
part,
Hey, he
bleeding.
go. He, they
the
talking about
funny
Spence look good coming
part,
to the ring.
Did
the
y'all
funny part.
think Spence was under the influence of anything walking to the ring?
No,
Be
He
I
was
honest
don't.
in
under
your
the
own opinion. I'm not gonna say anything rebutted.
No, I don't.
he
I
was under the
do.
It's a year
influence of fear.
removed. What you
I
I
think
don't
he
do.
care.
on? What
I don't
you
care.
think
He
he was
lost.
under influence
That's
or
his
something?
fault for being fat all year before. To get
Yeah,
back in
I agree
fat
with you.
camp.
I agree with you. For
He was
real,
in fat
fat
camp
camps.
for training.
I,
That's his fault.
I,
I don't feel sorry for him, man.
I don't
Don't
either.
feel sorry for that dude.
No, I
I,
wasn't. I'm not feeling sorry for him. I just asked. You know,
The thing
anybody
about
think
it,
he was
I feel he was under influence or something, man. That's for sure.
look, the
okay?
thing about it, however,
It,
whatever the reason, whether he was on weed or he was weight drained or any reason, the rematch would have solved all that. But the fact that he didn't take the rematch shows me that he know what's up. He can't beat Bud. That's it.
True words, man.
that's what he was under the influence of. He was under the influence of fear.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
said.
what it
Oh, okay,
was, dog.
okay.
It was fear, bro.
Yeah, I was
Look,
wondering where you was going with that. Cause to me,
nah,
he
bro.
looked the same to me.
No. He was under the influence of fear.
They were trying
At
to
the end
say
of the
that
day,
I don't mean to cut y'all, B Mac, but
go
they
ahead,
were
go ahead, go
saying
ahead, go ahead, dog.
that the package, that the care package that Mike Tyson
Mike
gave it,
Tyson.
that he pretty much brought that with him and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
They
people really did say that.
Yeah.
and hey, they said him and his girl was arguing in the back, and
And she
he
spiked
slipped
his
something in his
water.
drink. Yeah,
Oh
man.
Yeah.
Oh
wow.
yeah, I
I
heard.
remember that.
No,
I
Not
listen.
remember that.
not not the Mark Breland again. Not the Mark Breland effect
Yeah,
One
part
guy.
of
two.
accusations.
Mark
This
Breland,
is
part two.
yeah, bro. And like sometimes, you know, when you hear this, you would think it's a joke, but they was literally saying
Yeah, they were
all that, bro.
serious. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
were
was
serious,
serious.
bro.
I had one favorite channel, and I ain't gonna mention his name, but y'all probably know who it is. My man had the most entertaining excuses. I had to watch him every day. He said they rubbed sleeping potion on Bud Crawford's gloves. I'm not even lying. He was like, "What is
Sleeping
that?"
Oh
potion.
Yeah, because they got
God.
this
That's the
shit.
dude.
That's
I know
the
you talking
first
When,
time
about.
I
That
when,
heard
when he
yeah,
that.
had the dude to be barking on his channel. He be barking on his channel.
he be selling the cups.
Oh, talking about your wow.
Yeah.
My man, he said that because when in between rounds they was rubbing Bud's glove with the towel. He was like, "What are they rubbing on his glove?" He zoomed in on
Oh
it.
God,
He
dog.
literally said they rubbed sleeping potion, like some type of
Is that
Who was
that dude
this?
with the glasses, man?
Who was this?
Yes,
Nah, he
yes,
don't
That
that's
wear
dude
his
with the
glasses.
name.
Nah,
glasses.
you want me to
Yeah.
say his name?
Say the
I
Yeah,
mean,
name,
yeah,
he
yeah,
said.
it's
Say
the
the
yeah.
name.
boxing outlet. The boxing
Oh
outlet.
yeah,
Oh,
man.
wow. Yeah, he said everything, bro.
Yeah, Boxing
You
Outlet
talking
was on some
you
nonsense
talking
after the
about the
fight,
dude with
bro.
the dude with
Man,
the
that
Oh
shit was
God.
entertaining
Hey,
though. That shit
the
was
dude with
funny.
he
the
stopped
dude with the
talking about
sponge
boxing,
head.
bro. He said
Yeah, I was
he
just
got
about to
out
say
of it.
he's not even active no more. You know that ran
He was
out
on. He
quick,
was on
man.
He was
yesterday.
like, I hate that nigga Crawford, the last video he did, man. I don't like that dude. He was
That's
mad
the
as
guy
hell.
Did
with
everybody
that's the guy with
see the athletic mind? Everybody see the athletic mind when he broke down
Yeah,
everybody's excuses?
Oh
Classic,
hell
yeah,
yeah,
Oh
classic video.
classic,
Yeah.
yeah.
classic,
Yeah.
Yo,
That
his
classic.
whole
new
series
channel
was
is
dope.
Boxaholic though. His new channel is Boxaholic because they
Oh okay.
demonetized his other one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he was
Okay.
using content. Yeah, but
Yeah.
he had some classic breakdowns though, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
those was
Yeah.
yeah, he got down, man.
Young brother,
Everybody.
talented. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yep.
But that's the
Yeah,
one
that
thing
shit was
about
funny as
YouTube. You
hell.
know, you can only use so much people content before they like. Okay,
Oh
no.
yeah, they was gonna report him.
Mhm.
He was drained.
It was
That
everybody
motherfucker was
who was talking greasy about Bud after that fight.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
reported his channel, bro.
You ain't
Yeah, they
lying.
did.
Yeah. They was reporting.
They
They
say
put
who
everything
this
down
little
there.
nigga think he is?
Yeah. They probably putting
Hey,
their
B-Man.
cousins and shit and little nieces and everything. Hit report right there.
Mac Mom, what we call him? What got beat out of him? The
You
molasses.
got the molasses, man.
they was probably calling YouTube like, did you take the did you demonetize him yet to make sure?
Hell yeah. They was getting all in that ass.
Bro, the funniest part to me, you watch them channels who had them watch parties. In the first few rounds, they giving you the blow by blow.
Yeah.
When they get to like the fourth, fifth round, they ain't even talking about it no more.
They just looking quiet.
Talking about YouTube acting up, man. Man, the live.
That's a fact.
That was literally Fanon right there. Fanon shut the hell up after about the fifth round.
Hey man,
Yeah, bro.
I gotta go see that, man, because I didn't
you gotta
look
check
at
it
none
out,
of them, man.
Oh yeah, you got to, Mo.
Watch it.
I
It's
didn't
pretty.
look.
Make sure you
I
watch
didn't
reruns though, because